The first sign was subtle. Misplaced keys, forgotten appointments. Then came the day she called her son by her brother's name. Now, she stares at her reflection like it's a stranger. This is Alzheimer's disease. A relentless rewiring of the mind that steals lifetimes of memories, one synapse at a time. What makes Alzheimer's different from normal aging? It's not just forgetting where you put your glasses. It's forgetting what glasses are for. The disease attacks the brain's very infrastructure, leaving behind two telltale signs: amyloid plaques that clog neural pathways like roadblocks, and tau tangles that strangle brain cells from within. The hippocampus, our memory center, shrivels first. Then language, reasoning, and eventually basic bodily functions fade away. For decades, scientists focused on the amyloid hypothesis, the idea that removing these protein clumps could cure the disease. Drug after drug failed spectacularly. Between 1998 to 2017, 146 experimental Alzheimer's drugs entered clinical trials. Only 4 gained approval, and none could stop the disease's progression. The problem? By the time symptoms appear, the damage is already done. But now, for the first time, real hope is emerging. Early detection breakthroughs are changing the game. Simple blood tests can now spot Alzheimer's biomarkers 15 to 20 years before symptoms surface. AI algorithms analyze speech patterns and eye movements to detect subtle cognitive declines. Retinal scans show promise in identifying early warning signs through the eye's neural connections. The treatment landscape is shifting dramatically. The new generation of anti-amyloid drugs like lecanemab don't just target plaques, they slow cognitive decline by about 27%. That's not a cure, but for a family facing this disease, an extra 6 months of recognition is priceless. Meanwhile, tau-targeting therapies are showing promise in clinical trials, potentially addressing the later stages of neural damage. Beyond pharmaceuticals, lifestyle interventions are proving remarkably effective. The FINGER study demonstrated that a combination of Mediterranean diet, regular exercise, cognitive training, and social engagement can reduce dementia risk by up to 30%. Deep brain stimulation, once used only for Parkinson's, is now being tested to enhance memory circuits in early-stage patients. The real breakthrough may come from unexpected places. Researchers are exploring the gut-brain axis, discovering that certain gut bacteria may accelerate or protect against neurodegeneration. Diabetes drugs like metformin are showing surprising neuroprotective effects. Even ultrasound technology is being used to temporarily open the blood-brain barrier, allowing medications to penetrate more effectively. Yet challenges remain. The blood-brain barrier that protects our neurons also blocks 98% of potential treatments. Clinical trials struggle with recruitment, especially among diverse populations. And even when treatments work, exorbitant costs put them out of reach for many families. The human cost is staggering. Caregivers, typically spouses or children, face emotional and physical burnout. The average Alzheimer's caregiver spends 20 hours per week providing care, often while maintaining full-time jobs. Nearly 60% report significant emotional stress, and 40% suffer from depression. Financially, the toll is crushing, with lifetime care costs averaging $350,000 per patient in the US. But there's reason for hope. The scientific community is more collaborative than ever before. Global brain banks share tissue samples. AI crunches through decades of data to spot patterns humans might miss. And a new generation of researchers is bringing fresh perspectives to this complex puzzle. What can we do now? First, protect your brain. Regular aerobic exercise boosts blood flow and neural growth factors. A diet rich in omega-3s and antioxidants creates a hostile environment for amyloid formation. Quality sleep allows the glymphatic system to clear toxic proteins, and continuous learning builds cognitive reserve, your brain's backup system. Second, get involved. Participate in clinical trials. Advocate for research funding. Support organizations providing respite care for overwhelmed families. The path to defeating Alzheimer's requires all of us scientists, policymakers, caregivers, and citizens. The final chapter of this story hasn't been written yet. With early detection, lifestyle interventions, and emerging treatments, we're entering an era where Alzheimer's may become manageable rather than inevitable, where diagnosis doesn't mean an inevitable decline, but rather an opportunity to intervene, where memories might be preserved rather than lost. This isn't just about saving brains. It's about preserving the essence of who we are, the relationships that define us, the stories that connect generations. The fight against Alzheimer's is ultimately a fight for our shared humanity, and with each new discovery, we're writing a different ending to what was once considered an unstoppable tragedy.